So before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you guys to pop on over to my Etsy shop. It would be greatly appreciated if you guys checked it out, maybe liked a few items. I have finished crochet pieces in there, some crochet patterns that I've designed, as well as handmade soaps, some beaded bracelets, just, lots of little things that could be, used for gifts, whatnot. It would be greatly appreciated. It helps to support the channel as well as my medical costs. So yeah, if you guys could do that for me, thank you so much. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys how I add safety eyes that have large back posts to pieces that have really small stitching. You can see the stitching on this little monster is pretty small. I'm using a 2.75 millimeter hook and a DK weight yarn, and so these safety eyes, which I got off of Amazon, I'll link them in the description box below. Their posts are just too large to go through the stitches. You can see it's just not happening. It's just not happening at all. So what I've done, I've crocheted up to the point where I want to add my eyes, which for me this is I think row 35. This is just a little blob style monster that I've been working on. So to add the eyes, because the post on these things are so much larger than the stitches, what you would do is when you reach the point where you want your stitch or your safety eye to be, you're gonna chain a few stitches. In my case, I'm gonna go ahead and be chaining 3. Just like that, and then you would continue on placing your single crochets where you normally would. So I'm going to do 8 stitches. Seven and 8. So I'm going to be putting 8 stitches in between my eyes. And once I make that 8th stitch, I'm going to chain 3. And I'm going to go right into the very next stitch and do my next single crochet like I normally would. And I would just go ahead and finish this round out with single crochets. Now you can see what this does is it leaves these 2 kind of little loops here. And you can take
your safety eye, and you could just pop them in there. Just like that, which will give you a space to fit those larger safety eyes into pieces that are made with such small stitches. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish this round out, and then I'm probably going to do a couple more rounds just so that you guys can see what it'll be looking like when it's closer to being finished. But when I go to do the next round, what I will be doing is I'll be putting my single crochets in all of the stitches except for the chain spaces. The chain spaces I'm just going to skip right over and go into just the single crochets. So I'll only be working single crochets, or working into the single crochets. So I'm going to finish this round out, and then I am going to work up the next round, and I'll meet back up with you guys to show you guys what it looks like before I go ahead and pop these little safety eyes in. Okay, so you can see here I've placed single crochets all the way up to my chain space. And this little chain space here, I'm just going to skip right over and place my next single crochet directly in, well, not in the chain space. We're not trying to put nothing in the chain space. But we're going to place the next single crochet right in the next stitch. And then we're going to place 2 more just to get past that little area. And then that leaves us with a little hole. So 1, 2, we'll go back 3, there should be a chain space. There's a little hole right here. It's hard to see, but it is there. And that gives us an area where we can pop that in without it disturbing the stitches or disturbing how the without disturbing the look of the amigurumi. And you can use this trick for all kinds of pieces where you want to use the larger safety eyes. For example, if you are wanting to make a smaller monster with, say, 1 eye, that 1 eye is going to be a little bit bigger, and you'd have to use this sort of a trick to fit that eye in between the stitches. But you want to make sure that you work into every single crochet all the way up until that chain space, and then you just skip right over that chain space and go into the next stitch. And it does look a little odd at first, and it does it feels a little weird, to be honest, because you're skipping that chain space, and it feels like you're leaving like a gaping hole in it, but you're not. And then I can count back 3 stitches and feel that little hole there, right there. and it will pop through pretty easily, just like that. So I'm gonna finish this round out, and then my next round is actually a decrease round, and I'm sure you guys will get to see this little monster as soon as I'm finished with him. I just wanted to show you guys how I get these larger eyes into smaller stitch work. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!